and welcome back to the WHSS discussion series on Leo tools. Over the last couple of weeks, these videos have been teaching you about your higher and lower brain and what happens when we flip our lid. Let's do a quick review using our hand model. Our wrist and forearm represent our brainstem, which is our survival brain, controlling basic things like our breathing and heart rate. Our thumb represents our limbic system, which is where we find our amygdala. Our amygdala is like our internal alarm bell, alerting us if it senses something scary or uncomfortable, even if the threat isn't real. We're going to tuck our thumb into our palm and call all of this lower brain. When we are in lower brain, our fight, flight, and freeze response system is activated. Up here, our fingers represent our higher brain. This is where we're able to think rationally and logically and have the ability to use big picture thinking. This is also the part of the brain where our executive functioning skills come from, such as planning, organization, and time management. Our higher brain also helps us to creatively problem solve and control our emotions. When our higher brain is activated, our brain feels calm, cool, and collected. But as soon as our brain interprets something as a threat, including feeling stressed or angry, our lower brain takes over and we flip our lid. We can choose to use healthy coping strategies to cool our lower brain and activate our higher brain. One of the ways we can do this is by using the Leo tool STOP. The S in STOP stands for stop whatever you are doing immediately. Don't talk, don't make any physical movements, stop everything you are doing. The T stands for take a breath or take a break. If you have the ability to take a small break, always remember to come back to the situation to respond when you've cooled off. The O stands for observe. Observe what you're feeling in your body. Do you notice your face getting red? Do you notice your heart racing? Your breathing getting faster? Are your muscles getting really tense? Also, don't forget to look at the people around you. What do their faces and body language tell you? Observe the environment internally and externally. And lastly, the P stands for plan and proceed. Before you proceed, you need to use your higher brain to think through all the choices you have and the different outcomes that would follow each choice. Then determine which choice is best overall, make a plan, and proceed with that plan. It's important to learn and practice healthy coping strategies over and over and over to strengthen the pathways in our brain, including the ones that help us activate that higher brain. Have you ever wondered why you go into lower brain, even when we're not faced with a real threat? In Leo, we use our ouch checklist to help us determine reasons why we're going into lower brain. The O stands for offended. If someone looks at us the wrong way or asks us a question we didn't like, or even if we read something online that's opposite our viewpoint, we might feel offended. And when we feel offended, we go into lower brain. The U stands for unknown and uncertain. For example, if there is a piece of information missing on your housing application, such as when the due date of your rent is due by, you're going to start to feel stressed or anxious because you don't know when your payment's due. And that means since you don't know when your payment is due, you might mail your check in too late or missing the payment altogether, which leads you then to start stressing whether or not your landlord will eventually ask you to vacate, all because the due date was missing. It was unknown. That's another reason our lower brains are activated. The C stands for connection or lack of connection. As humans, we live with a pack mentality and are hardwired for connections. But when we don't feel strongly connected to ourselves or others, our lower brains will activate. And lastly, the H stands for had enough. This is when we're tired, irritated, hungry, overwhelmed, annoyed. We've just plain had enough with the world. Our lower brain will activate. It's important to start recognizing our stressors because if we don't recognize that stress, if we don't stop to cool off, the stressors build and we risk a flip the lid moment. Using our ouch checklist, we can identify the reasons why our lower brain is activated. why behind the fight, flight, or freeze response. We can activate the higher brain and give ourselves the ability for the best long term outcome. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.